All my properties exceed appraisal. Hold this shit together like a staple. You my brother, I could not betray you. Too much money piled on the table. We got prize horses in the stable. I feel like SGA, the way I be making them plays. I'm going 32.
What's up, guys? Montae here from the QMO Podcast. I got the big homie.
Oh, Leonidas Barbarelli in the house, baby. What up, what up, what up? How y'all doing, man?
Oh, and you got the real Liv B. Hey.
Livy
I thought
B?
your intro would be a little bit longer.
Oh, no, usually, yeah. My moniker is usually takes up half of the show. But
I'm surprised you didn't make me do
short.
it with you. Because you usually do.
I know, y'all supposed to, but it's cool. It's all right. This is the last time that's going to happen.
It must be the alcohol.
Yeah, he had
No,
like
the alcohol hasn't even kicked in yet, but
You want to tell them how you spilled half the bottle?
man, so I got my little flask, if you will, and I filled it up with my mix, you know what I'm saying, so I can make it very convenient. And I get in the car, I'm driving, and all I heard was pop. And that mug spilled all over my seat, man, all in the Challenger. So if the police would have pulled me, if a police officer would have pulled me over, he definitely would have smelled alcohol.
That's Arizona.
Police officer.
A police officer. He only had 2 shots, by the way.
That's it. I'm only getting started, people.
No, man. So today, guys, it's just going to be us three, man, just the gang. Talk about a couple topics, man. But I do got to say this, man. Today was pretty cool. We have a community chat on Instagram, and I saw today that it reached like a little over 100 members. So that was pretty cool, man, to see like we actually have people that really support what we're doing and really like tune in. So thank you guys for all the love and support on that. And Liv, I feel like I'm missing something. Like,
Well, you might not notice this. You might notice this if you've been following us for a little bit, but we are in a new vibe today. So we're trying out a new studio. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's a lot of different rooms in this place. So I'm kind of excited to see what creativity we can come up with here and what type of guests we can bring onto the show. It's going to be really fun.
yeah, shout out to Podcast Studio, man. This is a dope spot, man. Shout out to Jaden for letting us come in here and use this spot. We still work with Martin. It was just, some things that came up. Martin been getting really busy, but we still communicate with him. But it's gonna be the new location for us. So I like it.
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
Hey, man, sometimes it's all right to change up the environment, you know?
Yeah, just try something new. We may play some Uno. You never know.
Yeah, we finally do the Uno.
And they have a kitchen. So I might just cook us up something and then
Oh, hell yeah.
have some food while we talk. That'd be a really fun, different segment,
Yeah, we can get creative in this thing, man. But I mean, we got some great things we want to talk about with you guys, man. I'm gonna let Liv, start us off. What you got?
Okay, so I don't know if you guys watch the news. I feel like a lot of people are on social media, but I've been watching the news a lot lately. And there was something that happened in Tucson, Arizona. An inmate committed another crime on top of the crimes that he's already in for. So I basically had a question. If you think that behind the bars, if justice is really okay to be taken into their own hands, like, do you think it's okay for someone to take justice into their own hands, whether they're outside of jail or in jail? If something happens to you or to someone else, do you think it's okay to kind of solve the crime yourself or get that justice back?
I'll let you go first.
I think if it happens to the person, if they had the opportunity to take justice into their own hands. For example, I would pardon someone if somebody killed someone's child or family member or something like that if they got it back. And I'm just sorry. That's just the way I look at it. But as far as like, no, if you would like just being real, like if you're doing your time, you should just do your time. All right. All the other activities in prison shouldn't happen because in some cases, people are in prison for the wrong crimes, and they can be, So say if someone was put in for rape and it was a lie, so now they got to endure the justice that the prison gives them for that crime. So in that case, just do your time. Now, mind you, you trust me. I want karma to happen to these people and all of that, but if you do your time, you should just do your time. It shouldn't be no justice in prison.
What about you?
Hold on, repeat that question one more time.
Do you think it's okay for someone to take justice into their own hands, whether they're inside of jail already or if they're outside?
Dang, man, it's tough. Yeah, that's a tough question. I really feel like it really depends on the situation. Like, what if like someone like killed your wife, you know what I mean, or like kill your mom, and it's like, you know, there's no justice behind it. You know, people get off all the time on crimes, and then, you know, if you're in a stage where you just like have nothing to live for, like you know, you might seek that revenge.
Do you think seeking that revenge would
Be worth it?
Yeah, like, do you think that it would really solve your depression or your problems, or do you think that would add more nightmares?
I don't think
your...
it'll solve it, but it'll bring some type of peace. But it definitely won't solve it because it won't bring that person back.
I'm encouraging killing someone.
No, I'm not encouraging. Hey, look, I'm not encouraging kill someone. I'm only speaking on because, like, as humans, we don't know how we would feel in that moment. Like, if someone were, God forbid, if killed a loved one that I truly love and I saw it, I don't know how I would respond. Like, you know, I don't know if I'm gonna call the police or I might kill you myself. You know, because mentally you're gonna be traumatized. Yeah. So sometimes it's hard to come back from those situations.
Well, you heard it here first.
I ain't killing nobody, though.
If you hurt or kill any of Montae's loved ones, he will come after you.
Okay.
But
so if y'all do something to me, Montae coming to kill you.
Now with Leon, I make exceptions.
Oh, damn.
Leon like 3 times my size. You really don't need my help, bro.
Hey, you never know, man.
But the reason I asked this is because in Tucson, there was an inmate of the name of Ricky Wasnar, and he did an interview with True Crime. He's infamous for I think it's a 2004 prison standoff. But he recently killed 3 child molesters, and then he also killed his inmate roommate. I don't know what you call it when they're in the same jail cell. He killed, cellmate. So he killed 3 child molesters, and this woman was like interviewing him. And basically, like, on motivation, he was like, I felt justified. Of course, I wish I killed more. I jumped the gun. So basically, he wanted to kill like 7. He wanted to kill at least 7 child molesters, but he was aiming for 12. But I guess he saw one of them.
Hell of a goal.
He saw one of them, and then he just like started attacking them. But he told the prison guards and stuff that if he gets a roommate, he's going to kill that roommate because he's used to living alone. And they gave him a cellmate. I just said roommate, but cellmate. And he literally got suntan lotion and like put it on his neck and strangled him. And he was let out into the what's it called?
Public?
Like you know, when they're in the block, whatever.
Right. Oh, the cell
he
block?
was let, no, like, but outside when they go outside. Why are you asking Leon? You went to jail?
Just he was out with
my bad.
He was in the public, like you said before.
Oh dang!
I never been I got arrested. I went to jail.
Wow, you got arrested?
But it's prison and jail is a totally
different.
Game, right?
Well, he was in prison.
I was joking, but I didn't know that part.
He was in prison. And so basically they let him out, and all the inmates knew that he killed this person, but basically like he was saying that the officers or whatever, they don't really care about what happens in the prison because he killed them, and he was still able to go out and hang out with everyone in the, I don't know what, the yard, that's what they call it, right? But the spree was triggered by his belief that he would no longer be resentenced for his earlier crimes, which was a standoff. And he thought he would have an early release, but he ended up not having an early release, not being released at all. So he just started killing them. And something I kind of thought this was funny because the lady was like, don't you think killing is like bad? Like, you shouldn't kill people. Like, don't you think you shouldn't? And he's like, what's wrong with it? Like, I can kill people. And I just thought it was crazy because he was basically wanting to kill the child molesters to get revenge or like justice for the people who have been molested. Basically, like, you have nothing else to worry about because your molester's gone. But I mean, my idea of that is there's child molesters everywhere. So just because you kill the 3 inside jail doesn't mean, one, those people that were molested aren't going to have trauma. Like that trauma still sticks with them. You know what I mean? Like, so I just thought that was kind of crazy. And it happened in Tucson. Like, that baffles me.
My thing is this, like, again, like, if you get sent to prison because we all know as people that get falsely accused for stuff, you know, and you're in prison for child molestation and you haven't,
they were old.
And you didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? So now you just got killed.
That would
and
suck.
you're falsely accused.
Yeah.
But now real quick, and it's same subject, but like, say, you know how sometimes police officers end up offing somebody's family member.
Yeah.
So recently it was a guy who got his son got killed, murdered by a police officer. And he believed it to be injustice. So he ran into a random police officer and killed him.
No way.
Oh, I think I heard.
Oh my gosh.
So you know, for him, like it's some crimes are worth the time. And I know that sounds crazy, but if somebody did something to my loved one, and I hate that he killed a random police officer.
That's so
You know,
sad. He
kinda
like ran into his car.
Like if the police officer did what, you know what, if he unjustly killed somebody, and that guy was to get revenge on him, I wouldn't even be mad at that guy. You know what I'm saying? But so in that case, you know, what do you do with that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Wow, that's crazy. Ohio. It happened in Ohio. Wow.
yeah, man, I'm sorry, man. If
That's crazy.
like, you know, I think about my niece and my nephews, and yeah, man, I do that time, bro.
Yeah,
I do that time.
depending on like that's what I'm saying. Like depending on who the person is, you just never know like how you gonna respond to that. So, and you see it on movies all the time. Like I ain't gonna be on no John Wick, but
Right.
you can turn into a John Wick depending on how bad the situation is.
Not in the real world, you
Yeah.
can't turn into no job. But I know what you're saying, man.
Hey, you'll be surprised, man. Shoot.
Wow, that's crazy.
It is Men's
wild.
Mental Health Awareness Month, man. So we definitely want to spotlight that.
Shout out to all the men.
Yeah, man. Shout out to all the men out there. You know, it's dealing with, you know, problems. Life is hard, you know, financially. Everything is, you know, we in different times right now. It's not like the 99 to 2000.
Man, we kicked it back in the day, man.
we good times, man. You know,
Yeah,
you go to the store, man, and have $2 to your name and walk out with a bag full of stuff and be good. But like now we just in hard times, people just working to survive, man. And like, you know, I feel we just want to spotlight, you know, what, you know, people are going through mentally. And, you know, me and Leon, we have conversations all the time, man. Like, so what are your thoughts on it?
Man, first of all, shout out to all the good people, all the people that are trying to be better people, better men every day, all the men that are stepping up and helping with these youngsters, man. And, you know, especially the fathers, the real fathers that are stepping up, you know, and the fathers that are fighting that fight. Sometimes it's about who you choose, and that mama, she make the game hard for you to love on your kids like you want to. So shout out to y'all, keep fighting. Man, it's hard, man. Because, you know, and we talked about it a little bit, you know, I guess it's the algorithm that you go through when you swerving through TikTok or Instagram.
Scrolling.
And I like swerving. I'm cool.
You be going left, right.
So
You be
consider
going
me.
to the
No,
stem.
I got what you're saying. But nah, like you know, I see a lot of stuff where a lot of men are getting attacked. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know, you hear we don't need men and all of that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy to me because if somebody was trying to hurt you or something, the first person you're gonna look for is a man to come and defend you. So we definitely need to. Back in those days, we spoke to each other. You know what I'm saying? We protected all of that. Now it's kind of suspect to protect somebody.
Yep.
You know, you could run up on somebody, a man hitting on a woman, and break it up, and she'll
beat you too.
She'll beat you up. Like both of them will
She
jump
gonna
you.
look at you crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's crazy times, man. It's crazy because we supposed to be getting smarter, you know, with all this technology, but we're getting worse. So, but yeah, man, shout out to the real ones, man.
Do you think it's harder than it was in the past to show emotion as a man? Or do you think, because I mean, we were talking about this the other day, and I think it was you, Leon, who brought up that sometimes when men show emotions, females or women will say, oh, you're acting like a female, or you're acting like too emotional, too sensitive. When like, I remember growing up, like men were taught to like have that bronze and like, you can't show weakness, you have to be tough. So do you think like you're able to show emotion nowadays, or do you think you still have to put on that, I don't know, like that macho-ness?
I think the women, they had to step up and they have to do things the way that this culture or the way that this country is constructed. They have to do things because they're taking men out of the household, and now they got to raise the kid. So now they got to be a little harder, I don't like the masculine because I think women always kind of mix up what's masculine and what's because you hear a lot of women be like, I have to, be like an alpha female or and yelling and being loud ain't masculine. My grandfather could say, pick that up in a way that he don't have to yell. That I know that it's time for me to go pick that up.
Yeah.
So to me, they're taking the wrong part of the game and using it wrong. But as far as the men, I feel like the women feel that they're getting tougher, and the guys are getting raised by women. So they're picking up that emotion. They're hearing the phone conversations that mama's having with her boyfriend, and she crying and going through all the emotion, and that's what they're picking up because there's not a man in the household to show them how to be calm and and handle things a certain way. But yes, as far as it is, man, I didn't been burnt with it a couple of times, man. Like I didn't vent it to somebody I cared about, and they'll lose respect for you, like straight up. Like I believe women now, they'll take that and they look at it as respect. If a woman make more money than you, they feel like they're dating down. You know what I'm saying? You could be the greatest man in the world, but they feel like, oh, I make 20,000, 10,000 more than him. I need somebody on my level. They ain't looking at how this man treating you. They looking at what he's bringing to the table, as they say. So yeah, it's more, the way. Yes, it's crazy now.
I feel like that could be situational too. I do hear you. Like certain women will want a man on their level, and certain men will want a woman on their level. But I definitely think that as a woman, like we do care about how a man treats us, and whether or not they make more money, we would rather have a man who treats us really good and can still provide in a way that he can, right? Because you don't have to have the most money in the world to provide for a woman, right? It's about the sentimental and the intention behind what they're doing, right?
Yeah. It sucks though because like back in the day, you couldn't really show no emotions because the older generation wouldn't allow that. So, if you show any type of
That's what I thought.
sensitivity or, they just, man, cut that out, especially if you were like raised by like the neighborhood, for at least for myself, from what I experienced. So I could tell you, man, I done had plenty of nights where, I'd be in the room, man, and I'd just be, struggling from a mental level, and you really don't have no one to talk to. And I think that's the toughest part because we as men, like, we don't like to open that room to where you can just be vulnerable for 1 minute, bro. Let me just like vent to you for a minute, like what I'm dealing with on the personal side, because you might get clowned. I feel now, it's being more talked about, but back then you couldn't really just express yourself like that. And there's been plenty of times, bro, where I didn't had thoughts. I definitely had them thoughts for sure. Just going through life and with death in the family. So I'm gonna say this, man, like, for people that's watching, like if you have things that you're going through in life, don't be afraid to talk about it. Don't make you weak. It don't make you less of a man. You're just human, bro. Like you have real personal things that you're going through, and nobody's Superman because we all struggling. So I think that if you have somebody dealing with, talk to somebody about it. That's important. Because there's too many people like killing themselves over a chick. Dude, man, what? Like a chick? Like there's so many guys kill themselves over chicks. Like it's crazy. Finance, marriage, divorce, love and money, the two things that can destroy you. So
oh yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, don't be afraid to talk to somebody. So,
Therapy doesn't make you weak at all. And maybe surround yourself with people who are okay with you being 100% yourself and being vulnerable. Because if there's people around you that want you to be tough-skinned men out there, maybe you need a separate group of friends so that you can maybe join a Bible study or and go to therapy so you can really talk about things. I mean, you guys on my left and right, if you ever need to talk to anyone, I'm here. I mean, I vent to you guys all the time. So, it wouldn't be really nice if I didn't let you vent either.
That's why it's good to find mentors,
Yeah, on that part.
And like especially good people that are, in my opinion, I would say, I mean, it could be on your same level as far as age, but I know my OGs are, my mentors. Shout out to KT, Kenneth Thomas, you know what I'm saying? But I will say this about my real friends, my homies I grew up with, they seen me cry. They never made fun of me over like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but we make fun of each other like, oh man, we make fun of each other like, about everything. But when it comes to the serious stuff, we never make fun of each other. So I know that I can talk to them about some real stuff. I can talk to him about some real stuff. I just believe, like, as far as certain things, you don't want to bring it to the woman that you're pursuing or the woman that you're probably in a relationship with. And I hate to sound like that, but at the same time, just for personal experience, I feel like they look at it. It depends. If it's your mama dying,
I think
or
you need
somebody
a different
dying,
woman if that's the case. Because if you're a partner, your woman
definitely.
or your man shouldn't look to you like you're weak or you're under them because you're being vulnerable. If anything, you guys are a partnership, and it should make you both stronger as individuals because you're relying and trusting one another to really be vulnerable and be honest. So I definitely think you should scout out.
It ain't even that, Liv. That's how that's how it should be, and you're absolutely right. But hey, guys, write in on this. Hey, fellas, drop a little inbox on us and tell me what y'all think about this. Have y'all experienced the same thing? You know what I'm saying? So no, you're absolutely right. You should be able to be vulnerable with the person that you love.
Going into that, do you think? Because, social media has been on the up and coming. We're the generation with the most online, and we kind of lack relationships in person. Do you think that social media kind of ruins relationships?
Oh,
Right?
hell yeah.
It ruins everything. Social media and money, in my opinion, it makes everything ingenuine. You can start a restaurant. You can have authentic food at this restaurant. And once that thing become a chain and they start making money, watch the process change. Dunkin' Donuts went from making fresh donuts to pre-making their donuts. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because they need to make that money faster. They need money, and then also social media, because people can jump in there and say anything, and they're not even accountable. You got people that never played professional basketball who want to say LeBron James is a bum.
Yep.
Social media definitely is ruining a lot of things.
I was gonna kind of piggyback off what you said, because I totally agree. Social media is messing up, people relationship, and not to mention, because of social media, now you get to see, how everyone else is living. So you're comparing your lifestyle to a celebrity, and you can't compare yourself to a celebrity because y'all don't live the same, and nobody has the same life. So it's like you're looking at their lifestyle, thinking it's all peaches and cream. You try to compare it to what you have, and it's just impossible to do. Y'all don't have the same funds. It's just not the same setup. So, and with that, people tend to idolize celebrities. So that's and I know that's a different topic, but it all falls in the same category. So.
Like, why do we give celebrities more grace or more attention, or even influencers nowadays? Influencers are becoming the new celebrities. Why do they get a break, or why do we like to compare our lives when we're maybe working behind the scenes? There's a lot of people who are successful that maybe don't even have 100 followers on Instagram or TikTok, or they're just not about social media.
I think a lot of it because we watch them grow, and we start rooting for them, and we like them. And you know what I'm saying? And then we also look at them like, are they celebrity? Because I've seen some celebrity bounce back from some crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I truly believe if Diddy got out of prison right now, or got out of jail, or whatever he's going through, all the court stuff, people will forgive him. A lot of people will forgive him.
That's a stretch.
Just because I really do.
That's gonna be tough.
I really do, just because he got fame and he got money.
But there's so many witnesses that have been in the court. I don't know if you've been following it, but there's tons of instances of child molestation, of abuse with other women, of drugging and making a
the dude terrible. He's terrible.
And so I feel like because we hold so much power as a community, I don't think that he would get off like that.
Man, I don't know, man. If R. Kelly got out,
I heard he's still making money right now.
It's gonna be some people.
People still renting out his jet.
You still gonna have some people that obviously don't like.
People are still gonna side with it.
But at the same time, I think overall, like, as long as that dude, man, look, we celebrating. Cardi B was known for drugging dudes and robbing them, and it's women that are right now looking at her dancing on, what's the dude's name? The football player, Diggs.
Yeah.
And they like, Offset, he feeling it now. Like, we rooting for this chick. And she telling stories about how she used to get cats drunk and rob them. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. We celebrating the wrong thing when it comes to celebrity, man.
Celebrities aren't all they're cracked up to be. I mean, you recently had a run-in with a local
yeah,
celebrity.
you drove
You drove
Druski.
Druski, man. So how do you tell us about how driving Druski went?
Driving Druski.
I'll start from the top though.
You know, man, I pulled up and dude came out. It was a group of his security was super cool, man. I say the security cat was a cool cat. You know, we chopping up. He the first one came out, introduced myself. Druski, like other groups came in out. It was a gang of chicks with him. You know, they get in a Sprinter van. And Druski walked by and he didn't say nothing to me. Now, mind you, I'm not a fan. I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? If you're driving for me, this is me. My expectations may be higher than other people's or different. I ain't gonna say higher, different than other people. But if you're my driver, if you're my waitress, I'm gonna say, hey, how you doing? I'm gonna speak to you. I'm gonna introduce myself. Yeah. Hey, what's up, my man? You my driver today? Oh, okay, man. I appreciate you, bro. You need anything? Okay, cool. Hey, nice to meet you. That's it. Yeah. Dude didn't say nothing to me. Jumped in the van. It was over the van had at least about, man, it fits 8. I probably had about 15 people in there. You know what I'm saying? So we're driving and they complaining about the heat. You know what I'm saying? The air. I mean, we got 15 people in a van, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So anyway, long story short, take them to where they need to go. Bring
Scottsdale to be exact.
Scottsdale, yeah. I like to call it that. Take them back to the crib. Dude still didn't say nothing. It's all good. Like I said, I don't care about him not saying nothing, but at the same time, I'm just saying, professionally, I would have said something. Yeah. And then I was told, hey, we're gonna send you a tip. What's your cash app? And they didn't send me a damn thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, Druski.
Druski, you owe
he don't owe me nothing.
Rentals a tip.
He don't owe me nothing.
Okay, yeah, you owe him a tip.
But you see somebody on the screen or on social media and you root for them and you laugh at them and you laugh because they're funny and they're entertaining, and then you get to see them in real person. And then now it ain't the same. Now, and I met other celebrities that did that, that act a certain way. Shout out to the humble cats. Shout out to the cats that made it, and they are humble and they treat everybody like people. Shout out to them, But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? If I seen him again or whatever, like if he spoke or something, which like I said, I'm not looking for, I would still speak back. That's just me. Yeah. But nah, man. As a man, you recognize somebody who's doing a job for you, who's working for you. It's like I said, a waitress. You don't treat the waitress like crap. She's making your hamburger, bro. She could be in the back doing all kind of sneezes all over your burger patties.
No, for sure.
But you just treat everybody with respect. So that's it.
Just to kind of like, are you about to say something? Oh, just to piggy off of what you said with treating people with respect, because I feel personally with our culture, the black culture, and I love my people. I love my people. But when we get a little bit of like buzz, clout, motion, we tend to it get to the head, and it's just like we take it and we run with it. We don't even look at you the same. It's like you can acknowledge someone and say, "Hey, bro, I love what you're doing, man." He's like, "I appreciate it." Like it's all nonchalant. Like, bro, like that's somebody that's supporting what you do. Like regardless if he's a fan or he admire your work, like, bro, just act like you've been there before. Like it's okay to be confident and even arrogant if that's the case. But if someone shows love to you, bro, don't be an a-hole. Like, you know what I'm saying? Accept the compliment. Oh man, appreciate it, bro, man. Thank you, dog. Thank you for tuning, watching. Even hold like a small conversation, because the more you show more passion and love to your fans, are gonna make them want to support you even more. But don't you know what I'm saying?
Because you're nothing without the fans.
Yeah, you're nothing without us. So if you take away the fans, bro, ain't nobody supporting your stuff. So don't let it get to your head, bro.
It's crazy because the responsibility that you don't probably want, but that you get, it ain't. I don't even say it's a responsibility, but I'm gonna say people looking at you. They looking at us. They we get people that show us love and we show love back, right?
Yeah.
But that's our energy, right? So we looking at you and we laughing at you and we following you, and then we meet you and then you just kill it for us. You know what I'm saying? So no, keep that good energy, because that person that's congratulating you, he probably trying to walk in your footsteps. You know what I'm saying?
Or just showing love.
Or just showing love. Yeah, you're. And I think sometimes just to be on their side, or not look at it from their point of view. I think sometimes they don't know how to they don't know how to separate the fanatic from the supporter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think sometimes that's it. But I just think regardless, man, you just even if you got to act that part, just show love. I don't know.
Everybody, man, we be too VIP, bro.
I mean, there's room for everyone at the top. You feel
definitely.
me? Like, we all just need to be supportive of one another. And I appreciate all the guests that we've had on QMO so far, because whether they're far advanced in their business or they've been doing it for a short while, they've all been really kind and very grateful to just have those opportunities to speak to them and learn from them, because they've been open. They're not hiding no books, no playbooks. You know, they're not gatekeeping. So just appreciate that. And then even at the Heat Advisory event where we met Westside Boogie, like he was really nice, and Ali Tom Malik, he was really cool. Sam, shout out to Sam. Very cool people who are humble, right?
Yeah.
Celebrity boxing match: Druski versus Leonidas. I'm just playing.
Oh, that's a clip. That's a clip. That's a clip. That's a
I'm
clip.
just playing.
Man. Nah, man, we appreciate you guys so much, man. Before we get out of here, we got one more topic we gotta cover though. Purpose or your
Partner.
or your woman. Yeah, purpose or your partner. So I guess to make a long story short, if you had to choose between your career or your woman, who are you picking, right? Because there are a lot of situations where, you know, you might have to, you know,
balance.
You're gonna be in tough situation depending on what you're trying to pursue. So for you guys, like, you know, what are your thoughts on that? And what are you picking?
I'm letting Liv go first. Ladies first.
Well, I think you should already have your purpose figured out, or at least you're on your way towards your purpose before you get into a relationship. I feel like a lot of relationships fail when you're either on different paths, you're not sure where you're going, you're financially unstable, because then you start to lean more on one or the other. So I definitely think it's not choosing your purpose or partner. I think it's knowing your purpose and knowing how your partner can add to your purpose.
Question. So just to go off of that, can your partner truly support your purpose, or are they just there for comfort?
I definitely think a partner can support your purpose, especially if their paths are going that way, right? I mean, and even if their paths are different than yours, if they understand your purpose and want to see you grow, I don't see anything wrong with supporting you and just giving you positive reinforcement, just encouraging you and saying, you've got this, how can I help you? And vice versa. I don't think you should always lean on your other partner. I think you should still give them, kind of fill their cup just as much as you expect them to fill yours.
Oh, Leon.
It's tough, man, because I guess you got to find out which one you had a passion for the most. The love, like, so for me to like wait till you got where you need to get to, or do or whatever that. And I'm not saying that's exactly what you're saying, but to hold off a relationship or getting to know somebody, like, that ain't organic to me. You know what I'm saying? Because if I meet somebody and I'm not where I want to be yet, but I met this person and she's an amazing person and she's into me, I'm going to entertain that and figure that out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hopefully, because I don't think none of our purposes are bad. Hopefully we find somebody who would support what we're doing, right? But if I had to choose, I mean, obviously, if you ain't where you want to be, I would say go after your purpose.
Yeah, it's hard, man, because I feel that if you're with someone you love, but you're not happy with what you're doing, you're not gonna be happy in that relationship anyway.
At all.
And that's just what it is, because you're gonna still have those moments where you're not happy, and your partner might feel like she's doing something, but it's really not hers. It's really you dealing with your own stuff. So me personally, I'm probably gonna say purpose first, because I need to be where I want to be whether it's financially or I need to be on that path of like what I want to do before I can just fully commit to a woman. I do want that. I want that relationship I want to build with that woman. But yeah, it's tough, man, because do y'all think that, and this is my last question because we have to get up out of here. Do y'all think that she can be a block to your blessing as far as like you trying to chase your career?
Most definitely, but she can also be a steroid too.
Yeah.
She can also help you, like let you, like tell you that you can do it. Like, because when that comes from a woman, bro, like when a woman look at you, that the one that you care about, and she like, baby, you got this. You know what I'm saying? That's you. That help us. For some reason, sometimes those words are better than coming from the homies.
Yeah.
So she could either be your steroid or she could be the opposite. So it depends on who you dealing with, man. It depends on what you got. You know what I'm saying?
Got something left before we get up out of here?
I mean, you just don't want to grow to resent your partner, right? So I feel like if you're not in the place that you want to be, or your partner is not in the place that you want them to be, I feel like it could you guys can start butting heads. So I definitely think it's important to know who you are and know what you're looking for and know the path to your purpose, right? Before you start to get into a serious relationship. I'm not saying you can't date. I'm not saying you shouldn't talk to people and get to know them, but to be like in a successful relationship, I really think you should both have an understanding of where you're going and where you want to be versus just being like, hey, let's do this for fun. Because most of us, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I want to date to get married. I don't want to just date for fun. I want to date to build a kingdom, build a family, and so I want my kids to know their purpose and know that it's okay to take different paths to get to their purpose. But you definitely want to have people by your side supporting you and encouraging you and not blocking your blessings.
Yeah, no, most definitely. Man, hey guys, man, we appreciate you guys watching. Big homie, how can they follow you on social media?
Man, time be flying, don't it? We get in here, time fly. Lion Luxury Transportation. Look me up on Instagram. Go ahead and book me. I can take you to the airport, take you to the club, whatever y'all want to do. I can take you to Sedona. Also, QMO. Real quick, shout out to Iron Ford Fitness, my big brother. Shout out to his wife who supported him through all of his businesses and been his steroid. Shout out to Evo, the restaurant we love to eat at.
And y'all already know the real Liv B on Instagram.
Livy B.
I'm going to the BET Awards on Monday, so make sure y'all follow, tap in. It's going to be so much fun. I'm so excited. And then follow my fitness account, Official Libby Fit, if you need a trainer, online or in person. I am the girl for you. And make sure you're following Liv B Cooks too, because I'll be cooking up a storm.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching, man. You can follow my personal _MHarris5. Also follow the podcast page. We're also on YouTube. We're pushing for 2,000 subs. So if you haven't, please hit that subscribe button. Let us know. Also, man, hit us up in the comments. Let us know some things you guys want to talk about. Thank you guys so much for the support. Shout out to Podcast Studio. We out. See you guys.
We love
soon.
you.
2,000 sub sandwiches.